Welcome back to my slice of heaven, everybody. I'm Chris. You might be wondering how we keep track of which trees are planted in which spots. Because our first year we planted, back in 2020, we planted 11 different types of chestnut trees. And our second year we planted, I think it was 7, might have been more, different types of chestnut trees. And this current year we'll be planting even more different kinds. We're doing this to see which kinds grow best in our soil, and so we have a variety of different types. So it can be difficult since they all kind of look the same when they're growing. It's difficult to know, unless you keep track of it, which ones are which kinds. So our first year when we were planting them, we figured out a pattern on a piece of paper, and we just wrote down that pattern. And then when I misplaced that piece of paper for a little while, Joey wasn't too happy with me. And we moved that information into an Excel spreadsheet so that if I lost the piece of paper again, because I did find it, but if we lost the piece of paper again, it would all be saved on the computer. So we keep track of which tree type is planted in each space, as well as where we got either the seedling or the nut from, if we got it as a seedling or a nut, what year we planted it. I think that might be the only information we're keeping on these. I think that's everything. So we've been keeping it on an Excel spreadsheet, and today, we've been coming here to the property and seeing these trees that are coming out of the tree tubes, and it's like, but which kind is that? Well, I have to write down which one it is and go home and check it on the computer, and that's not very efficient. And it's not very exciting. So today, I printed out our Excel spreadsheet, and I am writing on each of the tree tubes which kind it is. Let me show you. So this tree is a Laval's Monster. We planted it in the ground in September of 2020. We got it from Redfern Farm, and the number 2 is our secret code that says that we got this tree as a seedling, whereas a number 1 code will mean that we got it as a nut and planted it, potted it and everything ourselves. But this one we got as a seedling from Redfern Farm. So now we know that this tree with these humongous leaves is a Laval's Monster that was planted in September of 2020 from Redfern Farm. So as I'm going through these trees today, and I'm hoping to get through all, I believe it's 112 trees we have planted, writing on each of them today. Some of them you can't see so well through the tree tube, so I'm peeking in, and if it looks like it's a good tree, I'm marking the outside of the tube and I'm moving on. Some of them, they look like they might be dead, but if I spend all my time opening them and checking them, I'm never gonna get done. So on my handy dandy spreadsheet, I am marking the ones that might be dead so we can remember which ones we need to go back and check later. I am also marking the ones that are out of the tree tube so we can go, whoa, look, all of the whatever kind are out of the tree tubes already. That kind must be really good for our soil. I haven't done them all yet, so I'm not going to give you any spoilers on what might be coming up. So this is my job for today. I'm sure you can hear the noise. The guys are back there with the weed eaters, the string trimmers, trying to get rid of some of this overgrowth here so we don't get quite as many ticks on us as we walk through the orchard. So I'm going to get back to work now. So now I'm on the easy row. This entire row are all Dunstans. So I don't need to look at my handy dandy cheat sheet now. They were all planted in September. Now unfortunately, Joey didn't tell me where we got these from, so I am going to leave a blank space. And these had the secret code of number 1 because we planted these from nuts. On to the next one. Well, everyone, it is getting late. Guys are on their last work with clearing out the growth between the rows of the chestnuts. And I did get a chance to label all 112, minus the ones that were dead, all 112 of the chestnuts, of the chestnut trees. But I did use a misnomer earlier. I said that the tree I was standing by before was a Laval's monster, that this one was an L3. That is not quite true. What it means, what we're using it as, is the nut that this tree grew from is a nut that came from a tree that was an L3 cultivar. Just like your children are not just like you, or you are not just like your parents, these trees will not be exactly the same as their lineage, as the L3 parenting. So they may have some of the same characteristics, they may not. But what we have to go off of is that they came from an L3 cultivar. So that is what we're putting on them for tags, for labels, and how we're tracking them. Thank you everyone for following along with us. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, but you just like me and my handy dandy spreadsheet, then give me a thumbs up. And as always everyone, have a great day.